Hi guys, welcome back to the Talking Rangers YouTube channel. It's match day. We're playing Boro at 2 PM. We're an hour away from kickoff now. The team lineups have just been released. Before we get onto those, get down there, hit subscribe, hit like, and hit the bell notification icon. We've got one change. Lumley is replacing Kelly after his subpar performance last time out against Fulham and conceding maybe a goal or two that he really shouldn't have done. Apart from that, the team is the same. We've got Hugo and Samuel up top, Eze behind them. We've got Ball and Amos, two holding midfield roles, and the same back five of Manning, Barbe, Cameron, Kakai and Kane. It's a solid team. I'm happy with it. It started well against Fulham. Hopefully we can get something from this game. I just can't bear to deal with 4 losses on the bounce. But yeah, hour out. Let's get into the game, and I'll see you post match.
What a ball! Come on, Eze. I've got that.
Oh! Oh! What's he? No!
Why didn't he pass
Pass
that?
to Hugo.
Selfish.
But he could have kept it simpler then, but delightful skill.
Mad skill.
Stanislas against Maguire.
Yeah.
No!
What a ball! Kane's coming in back post.
Sprint!
Oh, it's bad touch.
Ay, ay, ay! Kane should have been sprinting in the box.
He was. He's just
slow,
He's
jogging.
slow, bro. Yes, Lumley. That is class.
Yes, lovely, and it's our kick. Playing.
Oh! Come on, Hugo. Oh, for
What's he doing?
what was that?
Finesse it into bottom right, you muppet.
Oh,
I could tell he wanted to score that.
he didn't know what to do.
That's a great chance. No, right, I'll say Sam. Get the block in. Manning.
Huffy.
Forward and
Oh! Get in!
What
Come
goal?
on! Get in!
Yes!
Yes! How does he score that but miss the other one?
that's a lovely goal.
Come on! Yes!
For Jordan Hugo and his 15th of the season in all competitions.
Yes!
Benton though,
Fantastic finish.
Oh!
Beaten
Oh!
keeper. It'll end up
Unlucky, son. Come on!
tries to get
That is fantastic, Dumble.
challenge from half
Good
to
first
close.
half. Come on, UR'SS.
When we talk about growing
No,
into the
that's one.
game,
No.
Rangers look a lot better than they did in the first 20 minutes. And then Manning sends it up towards
Go on.
Samuel.
Oh, he's done so well there.
What?
What? Oh, behave, ref.
Well, there were 2 players around Brightos. Tries to make something.
Foul, ref! That's a foul!
What a block. So for the benefit of Barbe.
Go on! Oh, yeah. Unlucky.
Be a penalty. Oh, no, it's not. The referee went to his whistle, and Asombalonga is going to get himself a yellow card.
Oh my god. I thought that was a pen.
Just like to see Aussie engage outside the box before he
did,
gets
must.
backed into. We've had a
Come on! Yes! 3 points. Come on!
season onto 53
Yes.
points. Another clean sheet. 6
At
this
last,
season
and a
now.
clean sheet.
And it's all as a result
In.
of that goal in the first half from Jordan Hugo, followed by
Yes!
some clever.
We actually won a game. Come on! Finally, after 3 back-to-back defeats, QPR have taken all 3 points away from the Riverdale. What a relief that was. What a great win. That was such a much needed 3 points. I'm absolutely delighted. Like I said, I've forgotten what it feels like to win. It's a pretty surreal feeling after three defeats. A lot of people didn't have much faith for this game. I said on Twitter before that I think we'd get something from it, and guess I was right. Luckily we have. So across all of the comments on YouTube and Instagram, not one of you predicted that QPR would win 1-0. That's how many of you predicted that we wouldn't really get anything from the game. But let's go straight to it. How did Jordan Hugo score that? About 2 minutes prior, he's running through one-on-one near enough. Yeah, the defender catches up because he takes so long to decide what he wants to do. Squanders the chance of the game, really. That was the best opportunity that we had, and Middlesbrough didn't really create any clear-cut chances, and I thought that was going to kind of signify the day that we were going to have squandering chances and not really being clinical in front of goal. But Jordan Hugill chipped the goalkeeper from about 25 yards. A fantastic ball from Manning, phenomenal, and I still just don't understand how he scored that. And then he got injured in the process of scoring it. So hopefully he's not going to be out for too long. Hopefully he can maybe be back for Wigan on Wednesday, but we'll have to see. Maybe Ote will have to step in. But fair play to Hugill. Fantastic goal. It was just a much improved performance throughout the whole team. Lumley made such a difference. He was such a vocal point. Organising the back five. He was such a presence. You could hear from the corners, obviously with no crowd noise, him screaming, keeper's ball, and just really commanding his box. And he was such a presence. And he just seemed that leadership that kind of, really helped that back five in such a fantastic defensive performance. And of course, getting a clean sheet. Made some great saves as well. Wasn't tested too much, but I was so thrilled for Lumley, especially after the struggles he's had, and he looked like he was getting back to the fantastic keeper that we had last season. So fingers crossed we can see those performances week in, week out from him. I'm really starting to like this back five. I don't really think the back four suited our defence. We're looking a lot more solid. Like I say, getting a clean sheet today. We've not really had many of those this season. I think as well, Manning is such a threat going forward, and when he is playing in a 4, he's got much more defensive responsibility, and when he doesn't in the 5, he's got more freedom to go up and down the wing. It creates more chances for us as a side going forward, like you see that ball through to Hugill. And as well, Kane actually had a really good game today. Like I say, I'll touch upon that shortly. He's not one of the best defensive players. I mean, he's not great going forward, but I think he's playing a lot better in this system. Kakai's fantastic. Cameron's looking good. In the back 3, and Barbe's playing well as well. So, kudos to Warburton. He's really finding the best way of lining up our defence, and we're just looking much more solid. I'm still not so sure about two up top of Hugill and Samuel. I think Samuel is much more effective in wide areas where he can really utilise his pace. As most of the time up front he spent shielding the ball and with his back to goal, whereas he's much more effective charging towards goal with his directness. But we haven't really got too many options, so we're kind of stuck with that. But he still had a good game. I'm absolutely thrilled. We just look so much more solid. Amos and Ball had better games as well. Not fantastic, not as good as we know they can be, but definitely improved upon last week. And just I'm a much happier QPR fan. It's been so depressing the last 3 games. Just feels nice to get some points on the board. It's just looking up to the table instead of down. Of course, with Wigan getting supposedly 12 points deduction and that 3 points now, we should be safe. But just surreal to actually win a game. Although it was great to win, I think we improved much defensively. But I still feel like we're struggling a little bit in front of goal. We're not really creating that many clear-cut chances. Apart from that one-on-one with Hugill, I don't really think we had many good chances in the game. So that's definitely something we need to work on. But it's great to see that, hopefully we're not going to be conceding as many goals as we have done this season. Because we've scored the 4th most in the league this year. But I think we're one of the sides that's conceded the most. So, we need to get that balance right. And hopefully we can start winning some more games. So let's get on to the match ratings. I know you guys love these. So we'll start off. The main man between the sticks and his return to the side, Joe Lumley, was unbelievable today. Superb performance. I've given him an 8. It's hard to give him any more because he wasn't really tested too much in terms of shot stopping. But he commanded his defence fantastically. Such a vocal presence. And you could see from corners the confidence he had punching them away. His distribution was great. I think there was only one kick that was maybe a little questionable, but his accuracy and he didn't really give the ball away many throw-ins. Sometimes can be a bit prone to booting it out of play, but he looked fantastic. The confidence he had, which was kind of surprising after, some of his performances that he's had earlier in the season. I'm really happy for him, and hopefully we can get these performances week in, week out from Joe Lumley. Next up, in left back, Ryan Manning. Again, he was fantastic today. Fantastic assist for John Hugo's goal. Great vision, great execution. Good defensively, fantastic going forward. Really solid performance, and the last couple of games he's really starting to show his quality like he did at the start of the season. Will he be with us next year? I really hope so. But definitely one of the first names on the team sheet, and he's really reaping the benefits of this new system, the freedom going forward in the wing-back role, and it's really bringing the best out of him. So hopefully we continue to have these great performances, just like Lumley. Next up, our captain, Yohan Barbe. I've given him a 7. He was solid today. I don't really think there was anyone that didn't play well. Yeah, I think he was good. He made a lot of tackles, made a load of shots. He blocked a load of shots. His distribution was good. So like I say, a 7 is what I think is fair for Barbe. Bit of room for improvement, but a very solid performance, and I'm happy with how he played today, without doubt. Next up, Jeff Cameron. I'm giving him a 6. I think that's a bit harsh, but he can just be a little reckless. A couple of loose touches, he can give the ball away a little bit too much for my liking, but again, improved from Fulham. And yeah, he was solid today. You could give him a 7. He's kind of a 6.5. But yeah, again, pleased with him today. I'm pleased with the kind of leadership that he has in that back three. I think he's perfect for the central role. And I think I just think the back 5 is really working for us at the moment. So yeah, I've given Cameron a 6. Not a bad performance by any means, but I still like to say with Barber, I think there's a bit of room for improvement. Now I'm just going to start off with a round of applause because Osman Kakai was unbelievable today. I've given him a 9 out of 10. Man of the match for me. I don't understand where these performances are coming from. The couple of glimpses we've seen from him in cup games, and yeah, well, he's only really played in the cup before, and he looks okay. He looked questionable defensively. I've always had a question mark beside his name, but wow, he's really proved me wrong. He's looked absolutely solid. He brings the ball forward so well, and he just looks a fantastic. The role is suited perfectly to him. I'm not quite sure how he perform in a 2 in terms of playing a back 4 like a right centre half, but in this 5 at the back playing the right centre half, I think it's just perfect for his attributes. So much confidence, and like I say, a fantastic performance. He did not put a foot wrong, and I'm really delighted to see that. We're really struggling for a centre half at the moment, and he's come in and he's taken that opportunity brilliantly. What a great thing to see, one of the youngsters coming in and really showing their worth. Hats off to him. He was superb today. Like I say, man of the match. So next to Kakai, we had Todd Kane, who I actually think did pretty well today. One of his better performances for the club. I've given him a 7 out of 10. For him personally, I think we're seeing kind of the best out of him. He's getting a lot better. Some of the tackles he made today were really good, and he's like with Manning. He's being effective in this system. He's not the best defensively, and with Kakai kind of behind him on the right side, gives him a bit more freedom. There's not so much pressure on him to always be the last man, not so much pressure in going into tackles, and I think this kind of freedom, and it's kind of giving him a bit more confidence, and we're seeing an improved Kane. Some of the performances we've seen from him this season have been shocking, for lack of a better word, but yeah, I'm happy with what we're getting out of him at the moment. He's keeping Rangel out of the side. So yeah, I'm happy with Kane. I've given him a 7. I think that's fair. He's doing pretty well. You got to appreciate when it's easy to slate him when he's playing badly. So when he's playing well, you got to praise him. So yeah, 7 for Kane. Next up, Don Ball. I've given him a 6. He had a good game today. You may think I'm a bit harsh. Could have given him a 7, but yeah, he played well. He made a lot of tackles, moved the ball well. He got about well in midfield. But he gave away a lot of fouls, a lot of needless free kicks that if we were playing better opposition, they could have potentially hurt us. So he needs to try and work on that, but we're seeing improvements in Don Ball's performances, getting better every single game. So hopefully he'll get back to his best. But yeah, a good performance from him today, without a doubt. So next to Don Ball in holding midfield, we had Luke Amos. He had a good game today. I've given him a 6. Nothing fantastic. There's room for improvement in both of their performances. But I'm happy with those two in holding midfield. You know, they could maybe do a little bit more, but at the moment I'm satisfied with their performances, and you know, I'm sure they're going to grow week in, week out. I'm happy. 6 is fair, I think. So in front of those two, we had a Boro Eze. I've given him a 6 as well. Again, you may think it's a bit harsh, but at the moment we're just lacking a bit of his end product. Yeah, we're seeing glimpses of superb quality, the way he glides past players, but we're just lacking that final end product. Some of his set piece deliveries were a little bit questionable, a couple of overhit corners, and we're just waiting from that moment of brilliance. We're waiting for a goal. A good performance today, nonetheless. Like I said, I don't think anyone performed badly. I was pretty happy with everyone, but yeah, I think a 6 is fair. We're just waiting, like I say, for that moment of brilliance. Waiting for, you know, that like that pass today from Manning. We're waiting for a fantastic assist or a goal just to quantify his output and his contribution to the team. So up top, leading the line, 1 of 2, Samuel. I'll give him a 6. Again, another one you may think I'm being harsh, but it's a hard one because I don't think he's being utilised his best attributes. Like I've said previously in the video, with his back to goal, holding up play, trying to bring players into play, I'd prefer Hugo being the one up top, the focal point, trying to bring Samuel into play. He's one of our most effective players when on the ball. But apart from that, he played well. Created a couple of good chances, but there was a bit of hesitance to shoot from him. Yeah, I feel like a bit of hesitance in front of goals, maybe creeping in. I'd like for him to just to try, just to shoot when he gets in these areas outside the box. Just why not? Just have a shot. But yeah, we see him get back to his best, and hopefully we'll see him scoring soon in the next couple of games. So accompanying him up top, Jordan Hugill. That man never fails to surprise me. Like I've said, that one-on-one he should be scoring for a player of his supposed quality. And then scoring that was just unbelievable. Fantastic goal. Like I said, sad that he got injured, but hopefully be back soon. His overall game, apart from those 2 moments, was pretty good. His hold-up play is always good. He uses his physical presence well, and he did get taken off fairly promptly in the game. So hard to say, but I've given him a 7. If you're scoring, you're always going to be get a nice little bonus on your performance. But yeah, a good performance from Hugo today, and hopefully we'll see him in the game against Wigan. Fingers crossed. So coming off the bench, we saw Elias Chair. I've given him a 6. He came on for Jordan Hugill. He did well. He got about well, moved the ball well, got in good areas, created a couple of good chances. Again, like Samuel, he got in those areas outside the box. I'd like him to shoot. Why not? Pull the trigger. We saw what he can do from long range on his loan spell at Stevenage. I'd like to see a couple more goal contributions from him, but yeah, give him a 6. And as well, Ote, it's hard for me to give him a rating. He barely got on the ball. I've given him a 6. I don't really think anyone in this performance today deserved less than a 6. We could see him start on Wednesday against Wigan, so maybe we'll get to see what he will bring to the side. So that's a wrap for the post-match reaction to the Boro game. I hope you enjoyed. What a great feeling to finally have 3 points in the bag. It's more of a relief than anything. It's not really an overriding sense of joy, happiness, and pride, because it was more just a weight taken off the shoulders. But I'm enjoying it nonetheless, and I'm sure you guys are too. Thanks for sticking around. We move on to the game on Wednesday, when hopefully you can build some momentum and get some back-to-back wins. That would be great. Give these young players a chance, running in the side. Kakai's reaping the benefits of that. Give Ote a chance on Wednesday. Why not? See what he can offer us. See if he's going to have a chance next season, or whether we need to bring an additional striker to take his place. But like I say, that is at the end to this video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.